Well, it's been a sensational night of racing here at Club Menangle. The win by Expensive Ego in the Chariots of Fire, Majida in the Robin Dundee. I'm joined by the General Manager of Racing here at Club Menangle, Mr. David Wonson, to chat about tonight's events and also looking forward to the Miracle Mile in a couple of weeks' time. Well, David, we have been treated some sensational racing here tonight. As I mentioned, Majida, the Robin Dundee, Expensive Ego. What can you say about that performance? Kate Gath in the sulky and also Luke McCarthy.
Yeah, fantastic night's racing. The Oaks really lived up to the hype. What fantastic finishes we had in the Oaks. 3 really exciting finishes. It's going to be really important, that barrier draw, which is here on Tuesday. It'll be live on Sky Channel. So will the Ladyship Mile and the sprints. But the racing's just been top quality. Great racing, exciting racing, close finishes. Expensive Ego, wow, 148.9. Totally deserves his spot. It was accepted, the invite, by the trainer Belinda McCarthy during the presentation. Jason Grice, the owner, didn't need any persuasion. He was only too happy to accept it. It's really good. There was a big crowd on the hill. They had all their families and friends. There was wallets and tickets going through the air and drinks. It was just really, really exciting to see. And it brings a different dimension, I think, into the Miracle Mile. We know how good King of Swinging that is, but Expensive Ego, I think he brings that something special into the race, whether it be wherever he sits, if he's leading, if he's sitting behind, he's shown he's versatile. I think he's going to bring a lot of profile to the race.
I was pleased to hear Connections and also Team McCarthy paying credit, great sportsmanship to David Thorne, the previous trainer of Expensive Ego.
Oh, absolutely. Thorny done a great job with the horse. He won Australian Pacing Golds in Brisbane and whatnot. He brought him through that. He had some problems with him that he got him through and nursed him through. So I think it was very nice of Jason Grice to mention that, and Belinda McCarthy there in the presentation of the efforts of David Thorne in making this horse what he is today.
David, we've had an early hiccup as far as the Miracle Mile is concerned with the news of the abscess to Lochinvar Art. Now, David Moran was very kind in his time giving Club Menangle a detailed report on Lochinvar Art and what he's going to do, but what's the situation with the Miracle Mile?
Yeah, look, Lochinvar Art, unfortunately, that situation arose. There was some amendment to some of the conditions, which there can be. The unfortunate thing that happened with Lochinvar Art, because he was a late scratching, he was stood down for 10 days. So that made him ineligible for the sprints next week. That being said, we never sought to have any of the New South Wales rules changed. It was more just an amendment that we give consideration for exceptional circumstances to anyone that's best interest, best endeavours to be here, which he's shown he was. He was in the Newcastle Mile. It wasn't as if he was trying to navigate his way around conditions to get into the race. So we made that exemption that any horse that was going to participate in the Newcastle Mile become eligible for what is called a wild card. So he doesn't actually take a position of anyone that's earned the position, and that is the Newcastle Mile winner still gets his spot, the Chariots of Fire winner still gets his spot, first and second from next week's races still get their spots. There is always discretionary powers for 2 positions that come through the races. That wasn't shown to the Newcastle Mile previously, it is now, and Lochinvar Art, pending a workout here next Saturday, probably after race 1, in full view of the crowd. There'll be vets here, he'll be vetted before the race and after the race. Once that's come through, and if he comes through with a nod of approval from the veterinarians, and that'll be Harness Racing New South Wales Martin Wainscott and the club's own vet Andrew Argyle, if they give the nod of approval, he's a chance of being drawn into the field with one of those wildcard entries. Great
carnivals, David, need the champions on the track, and also the champion trainers and drivers like David Moran. So our fingers are crossed, and certainly our best wishes go out to that combination.
Oh, absolutely. Something that probably we lack a little bit, that the Lochinvar Art story made news.com, which is a fantastic thing. It's on mainstream media. Miracle Mile brings, whether it's controversy or intrigue to the race, it's certainly done that because it's on mainstream media. And now we've got another story developing with Expensive Ego. That's what the Miracle Mile does. It just brings that magic.
Nomination strong for the 2 sprints?
Oh yeah, they're already starting to roll in. The Victorians are already in there. Looking forward to a real diverse cross-section of horses from Victoria, from Queensland and here from New South Wales.
Well, David, we've got one night down. We've still got plenty of action still to come next week, ladies' night and then the Miracle Mile. So great racing here, and good to see a crowd here too tonight.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good atmosphere out the front. Always look forward to ladies' night, Michael, don't we? And the Miracle Mile here in 2 weeks. It's going to be something special.
Well, David, as always, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Michael.